And a reminder of the records. Jorge Caro now with the America's record set last year, and he is the reigning America's champion. Only 4 of this field of 10 have won major championship medals in their careers, which is quite interesting and somewhat unusual, to be honest with you. We had a little bit of that in the Asian Championships. It's obviously a great opportunity, great opening for different countries to blood through new talent. And we'll be seeing that here as well. There are 2 in this enjoying their major championship debut. And it's all happening there.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. You put your best and the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So here we go. Men's 65 kilo final. And we have 2 of the 10 who are guesting, if you like, at these America's Championships. More than guesting, because they've got their own titles to be going for as well. From Guinea, Mohamed Lamine Traoré, his first major championship. He's looking to equal his lifetime best straight away. We've seen him at international competitions in Lagos. He was 6th in that in 2019. And in Abuja, didn't register a mark in that in 2020. But we're now seeing regular international competition outside of championships on the continent of Africa. That's good news. Traoré going for 70. This for the early lead in the open competition. 33 years old he is. So here he comes. He's got that lifted well. Has he got the technique right? No, he hasn't. Now it's all 3 against and 2 for the stop sequence, and the other referee against him on the press, I'm afraid. Something for him to get right. So he's missed out. So next up for Panama, Carlos Monroy going for 90 here. It's his first major championship. He was entered for the Worlds in 2021 in Tbilisi. Didn't get to start that. Didn't compete then in Georgia. Was in the Youth Parapanams in 2017. I didn't register a mark in that. That was held in Sao Paulo. A good prospect. He was one of 5 in the final of the men's up to 54 kilo decider, but missed out in registering a mark. Actually, only 2 managed to do that, so hindsight's a great thing. He could have gone immensely low in that and picked up a bronze, but how was anyone to know how that competition would pan out? Here's one for you. Panama have yet to win a medal at an America's Championship. He's aiming for the second lowest weight of the 10, so he's pitching himself. This aiming for a new lifetime best. For 90, Carlos Monroy for Panama, the 19-year-old, for an early lead. No, it's 2-1 against him, and it's the stop sequence from both referees. So, doesn't end up on the board here either, I'm afraid. We've seen in the last few competitions, we were saying during the Asia Oceania Championships in Pyeongtaek a few weeks ago, how you don't see very many competitions anymore where there are a lot of no lifts. It used to be the case. You're going back even 10 years ago, even less. Obviously, the refereeing is very, very strict. So we have tweaking of the rules. To make it a lot more obvious that if you're not going to get a lift, to show what's gone wrong, so at least you can go backstage if you've missed out. And you'll know specifically what's gone wrong, and you have a good chance of getting it right. So next up for the United States, from Fairfax, Virginia, this is Luis Gonzalez Palma. He's aiming for 117. This would be by 12 kilos a new lifetime best. We've seen a lot of him the past few years. Now, he didn't compete in Tbilisi at the World Championships in Georgia last year, but he finished 22nd in Nur Sultan at the previous World Championships in 2019, 10th in the Pan Ams in Lima, 13th in the America's Championships in Bogota. So 117, this to hit the front for the United States. So remember, in the total lift, USA getting gold and silver in the men's 59 kilo final. That was quite a success. Jacob Herbert and David Horvath with that one too. So this end, Luis Gonzalez Poma. He's pitching himself with the 8th heaviest lift of the 10. So down the field, unless he can get some successful lifts on the board, and he has done. So he's in the lead early on here. And a good chance of getting all 3 lifts potentially. That is a new lifetime best. Great success. That was nice clean lift. Only the one referee turning that down, but that went really well, really strongly for Luis Gonzalez Poma, and he's got a compatriot, a teammate in this event as well. For the United States, it's Garrison Red from Brooklyn, 26th in the World Championships in Tbilisi last December. Coached by Mary Hodge, who is on stage with him. He has a finance qualification. It does a lot of modelling as well. It does modelling. Might not be a lot. Might be a huge amount. I don't know. He does. Motivational speaker as well, which I think I could do with right now. It's been a long day. I've been here since he's pitching himself with the silly o'clock this morning. So Garrison Red, 123. This for the lead. Get some successful lifts on the board, and he has done. So he's in the lead early on here. And a good chance of getting all 3 lifts potentially. That is a new lifetime best. So 123, his target, it's 1 kilo heavier than his lifetime best, which would have been achieved in Tbilisi at the end of last year. So Gonzalez Poma with the only successful lift so far of 117 for the United States. Garrison Red looking to join him on the scoreboard. He's left himself a long time on the bench to get himself settled and sorted. But it was worth it. It's a good lift. He's into the lead for the United States. Great accuracy in the lift. Well executed, very successful. USA 1 and 2 right now. Just around 200 athletes here this week. Hotels are about a mile away from here, just opposite the Chesterfield Mall. Now, a lot of that is kind of vacant these days, but they've still got a Macy's. Other department stores are available, just not there. I've got a cinema there. That's good. It's open tonight, which is better. A lot of the commercial centre has moved probably a further mile away. All of the big names are there. Neil Garcia Trelles coming up now for Peru. He is one of the 4 to have claimed major championship medals before, all at continental level. Bronze in the last America's Championship in Bogota 4 years ago. Went back there last year, got bronze in the World Cup there, bronze in the Lima World Cup in 2019, which was a prime warm-up event for the Parapan Ams. And at the Pan Ams, he finished 5th. Wanted a bit better in home soil. 9th at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo last year. His second Paralympics, and one where he can come away with good memories because he did not register a mark. A wipeout for him in a Beijing in 08. Coached by Miguel Rojas, that's his personal coach. And Neolanis Suarez, who is his national coach. He is based in Lima. So 125, he's not wasted any time at all. Bounded on stage, went in, because he can lift a lot higher than that. Look at that, 125, big lead. Neil Garcia Treves. Well, that's the way to set a standard. 5 down, 5 to go in this opening round. And that was impressive, no doubt about that. He's in contention for a medal. He can go up to 151. Prospects, big prospects for him. That's the way to do it, no doubt about it. Potential of glory for him, but he's the first of the 4 former America's medalists that we have seen. The other 3 to come with heavier weights. But this guy's not one of them for Great Britain, Sean Clare. Now, he's got a good chance here, pitching himself for an Open Championship medal. 138 he's aiming for, which will be a new lifetime best. He finished 17th at the World Championships in Tbilisi last Christmas. 8th and 9th in the last 2 Manchester World Cups. Had a long athletics career. He's retired from that now. He was in the shot put. Based in Widnes. Had been with Wigan and District Harriers in AC. He's been through Edge Hill University in Ormskirk. The development officer. Works in a gym as well. And a trainer he is as well. So, possibilities. 138. The target for Sean Clare here to put himself definitely in the top 5, give himself some very good potential of a high finish in the Open competition, no doubt about that. And we'll obviously be hoping that 2 of the next 4 can have problems. So here he is, 138. Wasted no time or effort. Good tidy. Lift. And he leads. Sean Clare, 138. That was nice. That was very nice. That's what they all wanted to see. And that's what they got. He's done well. Post-midnight, back home. US Central Time we're at. It is 6:45 in the evening here. Just a reminder, you might be wondering why we are going deep into the evening. It is very unusual for this sport. Normally we're wrapped up by tea time by about 6. It was a 3 o'clock start in the afternoon here. Have been some travel issues across the United States past few days. Not everybody's got here on the scheduled time, so for a little bit of grace, 5-6 hours were added into the warm-up for everybody. Jose Manuel Abud from the Dominican Republic. So now here's another man who's had a really good career. 6th in the Pan Ams in Lima in 2019, 7th in the Americas when they were last held in Bogota in 2018. Silver when he went back to Bogota for the World Cup last year. Santiago, prime target for everybody for the Parapan Ams in a year's time. Going for it, 142. Oh, he's missed out. 2 and against, 1 on the stop and 1 on the press. Now his lifetime best is 155, so that was achievable for the man who has been based for the last 10 years in Madrid, but still proudly represents the Dominican Republic. That did not go according to plan. It's got to work out how to fix that. Now, it happened to him in Tbilisi at the World Cup. May of last year, where he didn't register a mark. I mean, he got it right when he went back to the World Championships. Finished 7th in the Paralympic Games as well in Tokyo, which is a fabulous result. His best global result by a long way. So now for Brazil, Luciano Dantas gunning for 150. The Pan Am silver medalist from Lima in 2019, and before that, in Toronto in 2015, a bronze. Pan Ams always get great crowds. .40 now is Luciano Dantas. Team always very impressive for Brazil. And such it is again here. Silver and bronze in the previous Pan Ams. Bronze in the 2015 America's Championship in Mexico City. This is the 3rd America's Championships in its current existence. There was a sort of one-off championships in 2003 where we weren't able to get it to continue. 150 this is then. 158 is lifetime best, so it's doable, but hasn't been done. Oh yes! 2 out of 3 in his favour. Luciano Dantas makes it work. Just 1 against him on the press sequence. Nothing to worry about there. Our new leader for Brazil is Luciano Dantas. Impressive. Very solid, very secure. Good in technique. Two to lift in this opening round. Next to come then for Colombia is Brian Balanta, and he's fired up. The America's bronze medalist in 2018 in Bogota, in his home country. That was really good competition. Great hosts they were. Bronze in the team championship for Colombia at the Worlds in Belize in December. Fourth in the Pan Ams in Lima in 2019. His coach, who we always stress may not necessarily be the person on stage with him, Carmen Elisa Zuluaga. He's based in Yumbo. So this for 170. It's not that far off his lifetime best, actually, of 173. He's gone very high here. It's the second highest attempt of this opening round. Brilliant attempt. Is it a good lift? Yes, it is! Brian Balanta hits the front for Colombia. And he's lifted 170. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, that's a cracking attempt. Punched through well. Well, so often we see all these athletes performing right to the limit of their ability, and there's 100% of strength being used in getting those weights up, and we've certainly seen that from Brian Balanta. A lot of delight that he's got it. A lot of them are aiming very, very high in terms of what they've achieved previously. One more to go. It is the America's record holder, the former Pan Am champion, helped Chile to team gold at the World Championships in Belize. Pan Am champion 2015, the reigning America's champion now. It's won gold at the two previous America's Championships in Mexico City and in Bogota. And looking to continue that run with a hat-trick. That is a well-worn singlet as well. You can see from the crest that's been his all along. And that's when it was a bit fresher. Jorge Cara now for Chile. One of the best powerlifting nations around. $175 he's aiming for. His America's record is 190. Set in Dubai at the World Cup last year. So Cara now aiming for 175. Give him a lead by 5. It's 15 kilos below his America's record, and that is good. 3 out of 3, all in his favor. The whiteout going his way, and that was very impressive by Jorge Cara now, and he leads. All very good. Nothing to fault with that. Only 3 misses in the opening round. Cara now leads 175. Blanta, second spot for Colombia, 170. Dantes in third for Brazil. And in the open competition, fourth spot for Sean Clare, 138. In terms of the Americas Championship, Neil Garcia has got a big leap up from fourth spot with that 125 in order to get into the medals this time. So into round 2 we go. A bit of misfortune for Mohamed Lamine Traore in the opening round for Guinea, one of the 2 who've come in from very much abroad in terms of the Americas. Coming from Guinea. Going for 70 again, which would match his lifetime best, having finished 6th in the Lagos International Competition in 2019. This for 70 to get on the board. Had to get the technique ironed out from his first round attempt. That will do. 2-1 in his favour. That's good. Matches his lifetime best and he's on the board. That's what you want to see. New nations making an impact. And Guinea are certainly a new nation in this sport. Was wondering about the stop sequence, but that didn't affect the referees at all, so that's good. That's fine. Gets that on the mark at 70. One of the more prominent coaches from that part of the world. I always say it's just vital to get international competition because there's so many countries where this sport is quite new, particularly we'll say sub-Saharan Africa, we'll say the middle belt around the equator and so on. A lot of nations around there where they're trying to get powerlifting up and going and significant, but in quite a few cases a lot of the countries only have maybe 1 or 2 competitors, so they can't have domestic competitions if they're the only one there, so they always have to go abroad. And then that's an added cost factor, and don't know if you noticed, but flights are a lot more expensive these days. Carlos Monroy now for Panama. Similar story for him, missed the opening round at 90. Going for it again now. Would be for a new lifetime best. His first major championship. 5 years since he competed in the youth Pan-Ams in Sao Paulo. Didn't get a mark there. Now that looks improved from the opening round. Got it up quickly and cleanly. It's a good lift. He's on the board. And there, his career kickstarts now. That was very good. gets the lift of 90. And that was very, very welcome for him. Turned 20 back in April. Not entirely certain how he didn't get to lift at the World Championships in December, or actually, as we're in the earlier weight categories, November. Something happened along the way there. But here, he just knew that something good's gonna happen. Luis Gonzalez Palma up now. His second attempt got 117 in the opening round. That a new lifetime best by 12. This would be a lifetime best by 14 compared to an hour ago. 119 is target here. Won't send him any higher up the standings. He'd stay in 7th spot, but he'd have a second successful lift, and if he gets it, would lead in terms of the total competition. Remember, in the men's 59 kilo total lift, the aggregate across the 3 lifts, which is the new competition happening alongside the traditional best lift one. It was USA 1 and 2 in that. Glorious stuff. Those goals would have been presented in the atrium, the William Purser Centre. So, Luis Gonzalez Palma, 119 for another new lifetime best. Yeah, it was tentative on the way down, and then when it was on the way back up in the press, then was making his way back down again. So that'll be a no lift, and perhaps he has hit his limit for the day. Well, tell you what, he's got a really impressive lifetime best previously. But unable to get a second one. Was just going awry on the press. So no lift. Garrison Red is up next for the United States. And he too is looking for a new lifetime best to add 3 onto what he achieved in the first round. This 1-2-6. Gotta get that tightened. Ooh, gotta get that changed, actually. That is sufficiently tightened, and we can see Garrison Red now. 1-2-6 will be his target. Be 4 kilos heavier than his previous lifetime best, which he held going into this competition. This would move him up the standings. He'd go into 5th spots and 4th in the continental competition. Go above Neil Garcia of Peru, but the rest are way above. It is for 126. Bronze is 150. This is a lifetime best attempt anyway, so this is the one to go for. Looking to get that right. It's good. 3 out of 3. That's fantastic. His 2nd lifetime best. And he goes into the lead in terms of the total lift with 249. Did a great job with that. Hey, they've got good uniforms, don't they? The USA. Missouri state flag is very prominent around these parts, which is kind of like the Paraguay flag, but with a different crest on it. The horizontal stripes of red, white, and blue. I was just asking our driver on the way in, actually, what is that red, white, and blue flag? Is that state flag? Is it a city flag? And the driver said, "Oh, you mean the one with red and white stripes and the stars and the blue band? Oh, that's the flag of the USA, sir." Yeah, I knew that. Thanks. Anyway, Neil Garcia coming now for Peru. 130 he's going for here. Now, that's not a huge leap for a man who's lifted 150 in his career. Going for 130, this to go back into 5th spot overall in the open competition and 4th in the continental. His lifetime best, which may not be achievable today, matchable today, would be enough for the bronze medal spot. Most like we always say about a lifetime best, that is a one-off. Until, of course, the next one-off. Up for it, though. Aiming for 130. Neil Garcia for Peru. The America's bronze medalist 4 years ago. He'll have to work really hard to match that this time, but he has got a good lift. 2 out of 3 in his favour. He steps up a place, goes 4th in the America's Championship. He is 20 kilos off a medal right now. He's 5th in the open standings, but he's done everything he's sought so far. I don't think we could ask much more than what he's actually done. The one vote against him was for the stop sequence from our centre referee. Pulled it off well. And we go on. Next up will be Sean Clare for Great Britain. And again, he's aiming for a significant mark in his career. Another lifetime best being aimed for 143, 8 kilos above his previous best from a Greater Manchester. Just outside, I think. Big rugby league town, Widnes. $143 for Sean Clare, and it's not a good lift, and it's the press sequence, all three going against. And they all voted him down that way. Just went wrong. It's unfortunate for him. It was a major leap, though. He went up 5 compared to his previous mark. Technique wasn't quite there. Obviously, the strength, if it's wavering a bit, going above the natural ability of the day, then he'll struggle. He did there. Anyway, Jose Manuel Abud of the Dominican Republic, not Dominica. That's the green flag. That's somewhere else. 145 he's aiming for, which again is 10 off his lifetime best. And if he keeps going this way, he missed 142 in the opening round, by the way, so he's not on the board right now. But if he gets this, he goes 4th. And he's pretty much assured of his best ever finish at a championship. So it's a big one, 145. And a chance to go up into 4th spot. This would be significant. This would be very significant. And he's done it too! That's just great for Jose Manuel Abud. Terrific, 3 out of 3. Gets the white out. And that is fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. And he is in contention for a medal. He's only 5 kilos off bronze. Could it be his first major championship medal? He's on his way to his best ever finish. That is now definite. Finished 6th in the Pan Ams in Lima 3 years ago, 7th in the last Americas in Bogota. This will be higher. Guaranteed. But one lift here can end all that for Jose Manuel Abud, because Luciano Dantos is on 150 and he's gunning here for 154. 3 continental medals before, 1 silver, 2 bronze. The 2 bronzes in 2015 when the Americas Championship and the Pan Ams were on in the same year. $154 is 4 kilos off his lifetime best of 158. Never seen him at a Paralympic Games yet. But he did finish 18th in the World Championships last year, based in Uberlandia, which is a major national centre of Brazilian powerlifting. 150. Jose Manuel Abud can be in for a medal here. Luciano Dantos misses out, and he's not yet guaranteed a bronze. 2-1 against. Prospects still for the man from the Dominican Republic. So we've got still 2 to go in this round. And the gold and the silver certainly look as if they will be divvied up between them. But in what order? So this is the man currently in second spot on 170 for Colombia, Brian Balanta, looking to aim 4 onto his tally. And if he gets it, he's 2 off the gold. The America's bronze medalist from Bogota 4 years ago. The world team bronze. 4th in the Pan Ams in Lima. A silver at least here, for certain. He's showing great form. Definitely he's got the confidence to make this happen. And he's got plenty of time on his side. This wouldn't be the lead, but it can be. Knocking on the door of gold. Big chance here with this lift. He's got it raised. Up at 174. And it's good. It's a new lifetime best for Brian Balanta. And that was just fantastic. An excellent lift. One, 7-4, and he's firmly on the brink of gold. Nobody's going to take the silver medal away from him unless he does it himself by finishing first. Immensely busy inside the warm-up area, the call room. Different setup to what we saw at the Asia Oceania Championships. Well, the call area and the warm-up area were different. It's not usually like that, or usually it's like how it is here. Women's action shortly, 61 kilo final. And that's getting underway in just about an hour's time, 8:10 Central Time in the United States. Final lift of round 2. Now only leading by 2 kilos is the America's record holder, Jorge Caranao for Chile. The wait continues for the former Pan Am champion. And that great team gold won by Chile in the team competition on the last day in Belize in December at the Worlds. Our team competitions here as well for the first time at an Americas. Was a weightlifter previously, pre-03. Jean-André Echeverria, his coach. Gets this, then this surely would be another America's gold for him. He's won the 2 America's titles available to him previously. He's punched through well. Jorge Caranao gets it! 2-1 in his favour. It's a solid lead of 6 kilos. And that surely is the gold again for Jorge Caranao. The 3rd America's championship that there's been. And he'll have won golds at every one. Very good effort. A lot of strength needed to get that through. Jorge Caranao leads 180. Brian Balanta second for Colombia, 174. And Luciano Dantos currently in 3rd for Brazil. Jose Manuel Abud, a chance to match him for the Dominican Republic. In terms of the total lift, Jorge Caranao leads that, 356. Brian Balanta second for Colombia, 344. And in 3rd, Neil Garcia of Peru, 255, holding off Garrison Red of the United States by 6 kilos. That is in the total lift, the aggregate across all 3 rounds. 1 round to go. Mohamed Lamine Traoré. And he's aiming for 80, another lifetime best. Very good lift of 70 in the second round. He did 2 attempts at it, got it. He's adding a healthy chunk, about 15% onto the lifetime best that he matched in round 1. Mohamed Lamine Traoré, 480. Now, that chest sequence looked interesting, the stop sequence. They've all gone against him for that. Didn't brush the chest. And that, quite simply, is where it went wrong. But he got 1 lift in, so he avoids being wiped out. Gets the 70. Does Mohamed Lamine Traoré. Just had to get that stop sequence right and didn't. But everybody has had one lift at least successful in this competition, and that is very good news. So another lifetime best big aim by this Panamanian. Carlos Monroy got 90 in the second round, this for 95. He would stay ninth. Would send him up the table a bit in terms of the total lift. He'd go into fifth spot. Not bad for his major championship debut. So 95 for Carlos Monroy. Oh, he just misses out. 2-1 against the stop sequence. He almost made it. It just didn't look right from the angles. Looked fine for a centre referee, evidently. But thankfully for him, he's got one on the board. Doesn't have to worry about not registering a mark. Avoids wipeout. And he's down in ninth spots. Really fruitful competition so far. It is so welcome to see nobody missing out yet. So of the first 2 rounds, 4 of the 10 have been successful with their first 2 attempts, and they're the ones who are in prime position in the total weight competition. Luis Gonzalez Palma up now for the United States, who missed out on a new lifetime best in the second round, going for another one again, 119. Coached by Lee Hughes, Mary Hodge, and Butch Skovanek. 13th in the Americas Championship in Bogota. This will be higher. 10th in the Pan Am, subsequently in Peru in 2019. 22nd in the World Championships in Nur Sultan. Didn't compete by the looks of it in Tbilisi. 119 then for Luis Gonzalez Palma from Virginia for the United States. He wouldn't raise in the standings at all. Was just looking to raise this target. 119. Looks like he's got it raised at least, and it's good! It's a good lift! Oh, that'll help him in terms of the total competition. Another lifetime best for Luis Gonzalez Palma. Tremendous. That's the way to do it. And he has done it. Really impressive, and his coach, on-stage coach, loved that. Every good reason in the world for that to be the case. That was just great. Fabulous recognition of the work that gets put in every day of every week, which none of us get to see. We only see the fruits of it right at the end when they come onto the big stage. Garrison Red now for the United States. 129. He's going for having lifted 123 and 126. So if he gets this, that would put him into the lead in terms of the total lift competition. And would be another lifetime best. His first regional event, his first continental competition, and it will be a 7th place finish no matter what. He's not going to overtake Neil Garcia. It could have gone for 130. Might have been trying something like that backstage. They've worked for 129. 130 would have meant 6th. 129 means 7th, whether he gets it or not. And he'd lead in the total weight competition by 22 kilos ahead of Jorge Caronao, who's got his own medals to be fighting for. Garrison Red, 129. Got through it well and cleanly. It's a good lift. Oh, what a night he's had. 129 for Garrison Red. Garrison ready. He is ready. And everything about that was very, very good. Ho-ho! Could any more have been put into that? Eyes were popping out. Neil Garcia Torres of Peru. Now this for 135. Garrison Red is the only one so far to have had all 3 lifts successful. Well, Neil Garcia can do the same. This could be very interesting. It would be the lead in the total competition, and it would be a medal in the total competition. No doubting that. The man from Lima who won bronze in Bogota, the last America's Championship. $135 his target. He has lifted, as we've said, 151 in his career, which would be good for a medal. But that is not what his target is tonight. Well, there's a lot potentially resting on this. It would be a medal in terms of the total competition. He's got that one looking good, and it is a good lift. 135, and he leads in the total lift. That's great. Well, again, you can't underestimate pitching yourself at weights that you are going to get. Sure, it's an immense amount of strength. Pretty much every gram, every scrap of power that can be put in is every reason to be utterly overjoyed. He's got that absolutely right. He's got all three of his lifts, and he leads in the total competition by 390 kilos, 378. So Garcia will get a medal. Red is not yet guaranteed. It depends on what Jorge Caranao and Brian Balanta do at the end of this round. Now for Great Britain, it's Sean Clare, currently lying in 5th spot, and he would stay there with this in terms of the open competition. Sean Clare on the way now. $143 he's going for again. He missed that in the previous round. Would be another lifetime best for him, having got 138 in round one. 135 was his previous best mark. Really struggled with his last attempt, which was at this mark of 143. So pushing through at 143. That looks a better effort. And he's got it. 2-1 in his favour. Middle referee going against him on the press, but that's fine. That's a good lift. He's made it. He hits another lifetime best of 143. And that's what he wanted to do last time. And he struggled with that weight so much in the second round that you'd have easily thought that it was not going to happen for him tonight. But it did. Very good lift. 143. So it's 5th where he ends up in the open competition. Jose Manuel Abud of the Dominican Republic, and he is going for a medal here. He is guaranteed his best ever finish in a major championship. It is 4th at worst. It could be bronze at best. And that would be a major championship medal for the first time, going for 151. There is a lot on this for him now. In his career in championships, he's had 3 top 7 finishes. None of the top 5 until tonight. And this a lift for top 3. 151 to go into bronze. He's got it raised. How good is it? he's just missed out on the stop sequence. 2-1 against. He doesn't get it. They may ask for that to be reviewed. Potentially, he was so close to it. 145. Jose Manuel Abud for now has his best ever finish, but not a medal. And you might say he'd have to be content with it. Well, maybe not. They're starting to see if they're going to have a word with the jury, and that is not happening. They're walking through, so that's it. They're not going to decide to challenge that. And it is fourth for Jose Manuel Abud. Agony. His best ever championship finish, but he just misses out on a medal. It's bronze then for Luciano Dantas. Going for 154. He has the bronze. Second time he's won that at an America's Championship. The previous time was 7 years ago in the inaugural one of this version of the championship in 2015. Since then, Pan Am bronze, Pan Am silver, and America's bronze tonight. Did that in the first round with 150. Jose Manuel Abud just couldn't overtake. Abud could have gone for 150 actually, not 151. He doesn't need to go for 151 anymore. So 154 for Luciano Dantas then. He has the bronze. And this to add another 4 to the bar to complete what's been a very successful night. Oh, he's missed out all 3 against. 2 on the press, 1 on the stop sequence. But it's academic. He's on the podium. 150 is all that it took in the end. And we've got 2 remaining. Well, he pitched himself well at the 150, didn't he, Dantas? Oh, I'm glad they've got a bigger cloth now. It was a bit cruel to have given them a tiny little wipe earlier. Remember going to a sporting competition somewhere else, arrived in the middle of the night, and they had people cleaning the streets with toothbrushes. Literally. That's a job that would never get finished. Anyway, Brian Palanta's job is done. It is silver for him. 174 he's got. That's a lifetime best. And now looking to add 2 more to it. Now, there's a lot of significance with this. He's not trying to overtake Caranau, so it is silver. But in 4th spot in the total lift, this would put him in front. And aiming for another lifetime best. Brian Palanta, his best ever championship finish. Bronze in Bogota 4 years ago in the last America's Open Championship, and now it is silver. 4th in the Pan Ams, where quite a few weights are combined. The silver is his, and if he gets this, he would go into top spot in the total lift. Lot of effort being put into that. A real strain, and he is there. 2-1 for Brian Balanta. Silver and maybe a gold in the total lift for the Colombian. 520. Only the third man to get all three lifts successfully. Just immense. Brian Balanta has a silver. And in terms of all of the kilograms together, he leads with one lift to go, and the only man who can overtake him. And Jorge Caranau, he's aiming for that because he's only adding 1 kilo onto the bar. 181. He is our champion, and this to wrest away the total gold as well. To win by 17 kilos altogether, he has won the traditional title by 4 kilos, and this would make it 5. $181 for Jorge Caranau. He is champion again. He has won a gold at all 3 America's Championships that have been staged. Can't say better than that. Caranau for Chile, his final lift. It's good. It's a clean sweep. He's taken everything. He's the champion again, and he wins the total lift. 537, Balanta 520. And Jorge Caranau, the America's record holder, has made it 3 gold medals at America's Championships in history. Could go for the America's record if he wants. It is his, of 190. That's probably one step beyond this time. He's done all he needs to, and that is enough for him. Jorge Caranau is our winner. Jorge Caranau takes the gold, 181. Balanta second for Colombia, 176. Luciano Dantas the bronze for Brazil, 150. And in terms of the total lift, Caranau and Balanta the 1-2. Bronze to Neil Garcia Trelles of Peru. And that last lift from Caranau knocked Garrison Red of the United States out of those medals. He finishes 4th.
Everybody do the power clap, 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 clap. For the club, I just took a half an hour nap. Clap, 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 clap.
So the victory ceremonies for this men's 65 kilo decider, and it will be the same 1, 2, 3 for the Open and the America's Championship. Presentation party for this. Presenting the medals, the Mayor of the City of Chesterfield, where we are, Bob Nation. Presenting the mascots, Dr. Clay McDonald, the President of Logan University. Luciano Dantos of Brazil with the bronze. 150 in the opening round, that's all he needed to do. A great result for the previous America's bronze medalist, and he's done it again. Pan Am silver and bronze to his name also. Two sets of medals for the America's Championship and for the Open Championship as well. Bronze for Luciano Dantas. What a real fight. For the top two, Brian Balanta gets the silver, 176 his best, and he cleared all three, so the top two in this, also the top two in the total lift. Brian Balanta, silver for Colombia. his best ever championship result, having won bronze in the Americas. A couple of medals. Actually, 4 silvers he'll be bringing back, plus undamaged mascot to bring back to Jumbo with him. And if there's an America's Championship, there has to be a gold for Jorge Caranao. The Chilean does it again. All 3 lifts achieved: 176, 180, and 181. Excellent success, as it always is for him. His 3rd America's gold, a Pan Am gold and silver in his career, and world team gold in Georgia at the end of last year. So gold for Chile, and we get to hear their anthem as well. And then excellent gold for Chile. For Jorge Caranao. And he got all 3 lifts correct. There are total medals going his way as well. It'll be gold for him, silver for Brian Belanta, and the bronze in the total lift going to Neil Garcia. Trelez, Garrison Reid in 4th spot. But we've got women's action coming up soon. The 61 kilo final will be on the way in the next 10 minutes.